now I'm going back to my contrasted picture with all those skill sets in technology, etc. You have the cloud, and effectively now you have a growing data architecture that's actually a kind of the nervous system of your company. And then you have also this edge layer, and you have a lot of stuff like this that are like very platformy stuff, right? And they comprise what I've started thinking of the product factory, right? But that's already a lot of people and a lot of different roles, right? And here usually what you see in big companies that are a bit more traditional, I'd say, is they go on the cloud, they identify all those more platformy role, and but it doesn't work. Like they don't get the magic of technology. They don't get the cost. They don't get the velocity. And so what's broken? And so I think that's where what you're trying to achieve is, it's a bit like constraint theory, right? If you're not fixing the problem at the bottleneck, well, then you're wasting your time. So the way I look at it, it's a big chain of actions, and they're all part of one system, and it's actually a pipeline, right? So if you deliver, I don't know, a microservice, yeah, you need to go through the networking, you need to go through the cloud compute, but you need to model your delivery and your teamwork really as a pipeline. But then, everyone needs to realize they are a big enabler for the next layer, right? And how do you create that as a team or at the organization level? Well, I think that the key is product thinking. Everyone is operating a layer in this, fine, but you need to be really clear that this whole chain, this whole velocity, this whole beauty works because everyone is doing their best and enabling the best they can the next layer. And they do this by really being customer focused. But the customer is another engineer in another team, and he needs to get a get service, and he needs to get all he can expect from, because you see what happens it happened in quite a few companies I've been supporting directly. You go into the cloud, and the first thing that actually breaks the whole thing, and no one noticed, is networking is not automated. You have this team that was operating the networking in our own data center, right? And then what's happening is they take their principles and their networking architecture and they put it lift and shift on the cloud, and not realizing that the cloud was actually a very, very well industrialized and commoditized space. And the mission wasn't to just have a network in the cloud. It was to have a commoditized network for the company that can evolve and be self-service for the engineers. You see what I mean? That chain of industrialization is the invisible but critical asset to any tech team, right?